connecting you to your community. This is Chris 6 News in your neighborhood.
Hey there, happy Monday. We're kicking off the week with a look at what's happening in the overall weather picture. We're going to take a trip upstairs in the atmosphere to see how this week is going to pan out because of this orange bullseye we've been watching over the desert Southwest. I'll tell you more and why today is a special weather day across the coastal bend ahead.
I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Jordan Benavidez. I'm out at Lake Corpus Christi. Water from the Nueces is starting to flow in, and we can see it here. I'll have more details on lake levels for you later today.
I'm Jada Jenkins on the west side, and after months of reporting on abandoned houses like this one, city leaders now have approved millions of dollars they say will help address the issue.
Hello and thank you for joining us on Chris 6 News. I'm Clara Benitez Cortez. Here's a look at what we have been following across the coastal bend today.
Hey there, Coastal Bend. It's your neighborhood news reporter, Jordan Benavidez, and I'm outside here at Lake Corpus Christi. We were here 2.5 weeks ago on July 17th in that spot right over there. Now you can see it's completely underwater, but it's a sight for sore eyes as water and wildlife are starting to rush in. Water from the Nueces has made its long-awaited arrival into Lake Corpus Christi after taking a 2-week journey through South Texas. After sitting at roughly 30% since the heavy rains and flooding in hill country, the lake is now up to just over 57% and still rising. Residents in Corpus Christi are breathing a sigh of relief, and so are homeowners in the area.
A big reason of why we decided to move here was, of course, the lake.
Eric Spitzer and his family have lived on Lake Corpus Christi for nearly 4 years. After seeing the lake fall to record lows, he's hopeful about the incoming water and is excited for what's to come.
Almost 100%, which I know myself and a lot of other residents around here have been anxiously waiting for.
A quick look at the levels over the last 7 months will show you just how much change the water has brought with it. As of today, the lake is sitting at its highest level since late 2023, but by the looks of the Nueces River, it's not done just yet. Reporting from Lake Corpus Christi, I'm Jordan Benavidez, Chris 6 News.
It looks like the expiration date for Stage 3 water restrictions is just hours away. City Manager Peter Zanoni tells Chris 6 News that he plans to announce tomorrow morning that Corpus Christi will move from Stage 3 to Stage 2 water restrictions. A news conference has been set for 9 a.m. Tuesday at the Police Training Academy on Yorktown. Corpus Christi residents have been under Stage 3 water use restrictions since December 16, 2024. Last month's heavy rain that caused widespread flooding in central Texas have also sent water flowing into Choke Canyon Reservoir and Lake Corpus Christi.
Hey there, I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber. Were you in Corpus Christi 56 years ago on this day? If you do, you survived Hurricane Celia. This was a storm that was initially thought to be a major Category 3 that ripped through the coastal bend. 2022, a reanalysis shows this thing was actually much stronger, a Category 4 storm that initially was forecast to turn up the coast. There were all kinds of alerts for our neighbors in southeast Texas, but this ripped right through Corpus Christi Bay, affecting neighborhoods like Aransas Pass, Port Aransas, Ingleside, Corpus Christi, even through Robstown and out to Del Rio. So this is one that remains at the top of the list as one of the most costly storms and disasters to ever affect the coastal bend. So it was a monster of a storm that made landfall on August 3rd, 1970, and peak winds, again, after this reanalysis, gusts as high as 180 miles per hour. Unfortunately, 15 lives were lost and over 450 people were injured. And thankfully, we don't have any tropical trouble to talk about, so we'll talk about what is in the forecast ahead.
It is hard to believe it has been 56 years since Hurricane Celia devastated the coastal bend. The Category 4 storm slammed into South Texas on this exact day in 1970. The National Hurricane Center reanalyzed the storm in 2022, noting Celia brought sustained winds of 140 miles per hour and wind gusts as high as 180 miles per hour to Corpus Christi. The eye of the hurricane passed over Corpus Christi Bay, placing neighborhoods along the bay in the storm's violent eye wall. The destruction was unbelievable. The storm destroyed 90% of the structures in downtown Corpus Christi. The damage topped $500 million, or about $4.3 billion in 2026. Sadly, the hurricane took the lives of 15 people across South Texas and injured more than 450 Texans. Celia underwent rapid intensification and did not make it a turn to the north as initially predicted by forecasters. Families had little time to prepare. Celia is one of the costliest storms in Texas history.
For months, I've been following abandoned homes, empty lots, and neighborhoods, just asking the city for help. I'm Jada Jenkins on the west side, and with the city approving millions of dollars in neighborhood funding, I brought a city official with me so he can see it for himself. 2 weeks ago, I stood in front of this exact house on Kitchen Street. Now, I brought District 3 Councilman Eric Cantu back to show him what so many of you have been dealing with.
It's disturbing. I mean, who wants to live next to something like this?
After months of reporting on these issues, I had one question for Councilman Eric Cantu. How are you all planning to fix this issue? Last week, city leaders approved more than $3.7 million for things like housing repairs, curb and sidewalk improvements, and code enforcement. Cantu says he's hopeful that money will help bring relief to neighborhoods like this.
I'm hoping and praying that people see relief in their neighborhoods.
Next, I took him somewhere you may recognize, Rolls Shaw Elementary. Just 2 weeks ago, I reported on an overgrown lot across the street from the school. The grass has since been cut, but Cantu says that doesn't go far enough.
Me personally, I consider this a half job because of the fact that there's so much stuff still on the ground that could catch fire.
The money has now been approved, and neighbors say the next step is making sure neighborhoods actually see the results. The plan also adds 5 new code compliance officers to help solve this problem, and the plan takes effect in October. On the west side, I'm Jada Jenkins for Chris 6 News.
Going, and gone. The old Sunrise Mall at SPID and Airline is now mostly piles of rubble filled with memories. Demolition of the mall has wrapped up nearly 2 years after it began. A couple of structures still stand now, house other businesses. Sunrise Mall opened on February 4th, 1981. It went through some financial ups and downs, including the loss of its anchor stores and a bankruptcy filing. Sunrise Mall finally closed to the public on December of 2019.
The annual Clear the Shelters campaign is underway to help pets find loving homes. And as I told you last week, we here at Chris 6 are teaming up with the Gulf Coast Humane Society to help these animals. So today we want to introduce you to Tagger. He is a friendly and playful dog looking for an active family. Tagger gets along great with cats, but needs to be your only pup. He's the longest resident at the shelter. Tagger has been waiting 658 days for a forever home. So you can visit the shelter to adopt him today.
The Corpus Christi Community Center has a new mascot. It rebranded after cutting ties with the national organization. Now leaders have chosen a monk parakeet to represent the center. The bright green birds are a familiar sight around the city. Organizers say the bird represents community and energy. But the new mascot still needs a name. You will soon get the chance to help name the little guy.
Marvel has another monster hit on its hands. Spider-Man Brand New Day spun a web of cash with a $355 million domestic debut, making it the Sega's biggest opening weekend ever behind Avengers Endgame. The film added $573 million overseas, pushing its worldwide opening to nearly $927 million. That is a huge return on a reported $225 million budget and another record-breaking weekend for Marvel.
A new push by the Trump administration to speed up immigration cases is reshaping courtrooms nationwide. Judges are handling dozens, sometimes hundreds of cases a day, often spending only minutes on each hearing. While the strategy has started shrinking the immigration court backlog, critics say it risks denying immigrants enough time to prepare their cases. Getting kicked off the family phone plan may sound small, but for many millennials and Gen Z adults, it marks the end of one of their last financial ties to their parents. A new Federal Reserve survey found cell phone bills are the most common expense covered by someone outside the household for adults who are under 30. As more parents cut costs ahead of retirement, young adults are discovering the emotional sting of finally paying their own way.
Chris 6, a part of the Scripps News Group.
And you have a chance to meet the Flower Bluff ISD Police Chief this week. Chief Lance Howard is hosting a Coffee with the Chief this Wednesday. It happens at Coffee Waves Flower Bluff starting at 8 a.m. You can grab a cup of coffee and ask him questions. It is a great way to connect with the school district police department before the start of the new school year. The Coastal Bend Food Bank is hosting a pop-up mobile food distribution this week. It happens Tuesday from 7 to 9 a.m. on the food bank on the Bear Lane. Now, the group will hand out fresh produce and bread. Organizers ask that you stay inside your vehicle during the event. They also ask you to stay off your phone in the drive-through lane. San Antonio police are investigating the death of a 2-year-old girl. Ariana Trevino Martinez disappeared Sunday night. That prompted an Amber Alert. Search crews found her hours later in a brushy area near a pond. First responders rushed her to a hospital. That is where she died. Investigators have not released her cause of death. Former Texas Congresswoman Kay Granger has died at age 83. House Speaker Mike Johnson announced her death. Granger was a political trailblazer. She was the first Republican woman from Texas elected to the U.S. House. She was also the first female mayor of Fort Worth. Granger retired last January. Her son says she struggled with dementia towards the end of her career.
According to real estate data firm Adam, more than 227,000 properties face foreclosure filings in the first half of 2026. That 21% more than what we saw a year ago. Experts say higher living costs, financial pressures, and a return to more typical housing market conditions after the pandemic are all contributing to the increase. Still, foreclosure activity remains well below levels seen during past housing crises. Experts say many homeowners are feeling squeezed by the rising cost of everyday necessities.
People are not prepared, they haven't saved, and they're getting squeezed on all sides. It's going to show a blip in the foreclosure activity.
Homeowners who are struggling should contact their lender as soon as possible because many lenders will be willing to work out temporary payment relief options.
Federal officials are issuing a nationwide warning about cyber threats targeting our drinking water. Hackers recently disrupted water operations in Minnesota and other states. They targeted internet-connected computers that control pumps and water flow. Now officials are urging utilities across the country to secure their networks. Cybersecurity expert Alex Holden says these critical systems are far too exposed.
These are internal components, and our water supply should be handled on closed circuits and really segregated controls away from the internet.
Experts say there is no need to panic right now, but they say this is a reminder of the growing threat to our critical infrastructure.
And the city of Corpus Christi is hosting a community cleanup event this weekend. The Little Critter event is Saturday on Padre Island. It runs from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Whitecap Boulevard. You can drop off heavy brush items and bulky items. You can also get rid of household trash and appliances. You will need to unload your own items. Hazardous waste and cardboard will not be accepted.
Hey there, happy Monday. I'm Chief Meteorologist Stephanie Lauber, getting you caught up on the latest from what's happening along the Nueces River. We still have alerts along the Nueces River for flooding because the river is still at major flood stage at Three Rivers, but it is coming down. We expect to fall into moderate flood stage as we move into Tuesday, and eventually the river should be receding to a point that is much more friendly by the end of the week. But we've already seen a huge improvement in the situation at Lake Corpus Christi, and combined capacity above 30% and rising. So some good news for us there. But hey, how about away from the river, trying to go for a walk with your favorite four-legged friend? The heat is on, and that is once again going to be the focus of this week's forecast over the next couple of hours. If you are taking your pup for a walk, it is going to be a hot one. But Lauren here seems to enjoy the walk. We got a little bandana on to keep us cool. Shorter walks, I think, go best. But either way, it's hard to beat the heat. We're Texans. We know what to do, but it is a little bit of a bummer when we're trying to have fun and the heat just wants to interrupt. But either way, this forecast brought to you by our friends over at Lion of Utah. Eventually, we are going to become very accustomed to this heat just in time for those first round of cold fronts to move through, right? August is definitely being August. Heading through tonight, still going to be feeling like the 90s for some neighborhoods. Feels like temperatures show the temperature that your body perceives once we factor in that humidity. So starting tomorrow off at 6:30 in the morning, already going to be feeling like the upper 80s, some lower 90s across the coastal neighborhoods and into the late morning time frame. If you're heading out for lunch, I hope it's in an air-conditioned area. Feels like temperatures will rebound to those middle 100s for a lot of neighborhoods, and into the afternoon, we'll be watching to see how many neighborhoods get to the 110s and stay there, because if we do for 2 hours or longer, that could mean heat alerts for your neighborhood. Now, we're going to be getting hotter as we head into the week, because upstairs in the atmosphere, that bullseye of high pressure, what we like to call a heat dome, is heading back our way over the Lone Star State. So we'll be dealing with hot temperatures all through the week. I'll bring you that extended forecast ahead.
An emotional trial in a Massachusetts courtroom is bringing conversation about postpartum mental health front and center. Lindsay Clancy is accused of killing her 3 children. And with court back in session Monday, we're learning about several trips jurors took outside of the courtroom last week. Jurors were taken back to the Massachusetts home where the children were found, plus 2 other stops that Clancy's husband visited that evening. She does not deny strangling her children, but her attorney says the former labor and delivery nurse should not be held criminally responsible for their killings. He argues that she was suffering at the time from postpartum psychosis and extreme mental illness. That despite her best efforts to seek treatment. Clancy's husband, who described finding the children in the basement, took the stand last week and will likely continue his testimony this week. For some, the details of the trial hit close to home, and for others who may become pregnant, it's at the very least a troubling scenario. Experts say it's not only about asking for help, but also helping those who might be struggling.
She repeatedly asked for help, and that's just part of the equation. The second part of the question is, how do we respond with compassion and connect somebody with support and follow up?
If you or someone you know is struggling with a mental health crisis, dial 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. The National Maternal Mental Health Organization also has a hotline, and that's 1-833-TLC-MAMA.
Grab the family for a movie under the stars this weekend. The city is showing Elemental at Lindell Park in Swatner Street. The film starts Saturday night at 8. Be sure to bring your lawn chairs and blankets. You can even bring your dog on a leash. Just leave the tents at home. There will be food and drinks for sale.
All right, let's take a look at that 7-day forecast across the coastal bend. Thankfully, the wind is going to help us out here. It's the same wind direction that's bringing humid conditions to the coastal bend, but with enough wind, we can keep the actual air temperature at bay, it seems. We'll still be hanging out in those upper 90s for most of the week, but heading into the tail end of the week, as that wind kind of settles down, temperatures look to stay pretty close to where we expect them for this time of the year in the middle 90s. So either way, at least it's a consistent heat as we head through the next 7 days. Unfortunately, no meaningful rainfall expected across the coastal bend. A few neighborhoods did get very lucky on Sunday and pick up a good amount of rain in a short amount of time. Talked to our friends over in Aransas County and our coastal neighborhoods, but that looks to be about it. With that heat dome overhead, it's going to be hard to see rainfall in the forecast. So at best, we'll have some clouds and plenty of humidity to keep the heat going. So make sure you're staying cool out there. Check in on the kids, pets, and the elderly, as they are more susceptible to heat-related illness.
And that's all the time we have for you. Thank you so much for watching Chris 6 News. Have a great one.